Continuing to work on this large one and beginning to bring some more cartoony and comic book elements into it. So down here you can see this swamp thing sort of outgrowth here, and I added some cartoon eyeballs bugging out and even started drawing. Here's Sunny from the Gummy Bears drawn into it. So I'm going to start embedding more of these pop culture references and media detritus and embedding it directly into these large abstractions. And I also like to think of this thing as an emoji because it's kind of circular. If I can get back far enough, you can see the whole thing. It's circular and has these cartoony eyes, displays an emotion. And then also on top of all of that, I have the biometric, these blue dots. So all these blue dots correspond to a biometric facial fingerprint. So you could map your face onto this if you wanted to, or you could communicate with this as an emoji. But I started adding the comic book stuff just to make it a little bit more playful. I feel like there was a lot of elements of comic book culture and cartoons, silliness, and stuff like that, even in these paintings, like with the Dune Buggy dream painting. There's this kind of cartoon aspect to it, but still about these different states of perception, whether they be digital constructions of identity or dream narratives that are constructed within our heads, or conspiracies that become kind of like dreams. But all of these things create who we are in the end. So I'm starting to embed some of my own personal iconography into this as well. I attempted to do a little tattooing on the skin here. I'll draw or paint over that again, deaden it a little bit more. But I'd like to do that a little bit more. Ed Paschke is one painter I've been looking at from the 70s. He did a bunch of portraits all about digital humans, basically. But yeah, I'm enjoying painting this one. I think a lot of these areas could use a lot more depth. It's still a little bit flat, especially in this middle area here. It's still pretty flat there. So I'm going to work to give that a little bit more depth as well.